All right, everyone, here we go. This isn't, oh, sorry, there's your pre-shuffle. Sorry about that. I was still looking at your pre-shuffle. This is a all signs reading. It doesn't matter what your sign is. It's a straight up energy reading. It's for the energy we're getting now of Mars moving direct in Gemini, which frankly, I think is a terrific thing. You know, Mars is an often overlooked planet. It's a bit of our caffeine shot, if you will. And when it's retrograde, the energy can be a little, well, as I'll say, in and out. Mars in Gemini, in general, keeps the energy in a constant state of flux. So in Gemini, Mars is always sort of moving around anyway. It's been retrograde since the end of October, about the 30th or so, and that's caused a reassessment to happen. Second look opportunities we passed on, for example. And while it's retrograde, it's a very in and out energy, as I said. And as I said in the Mars retrograde reading, it can even aggravate us at times. It can make us aggressive. We get into fights with neighbors and things like that, or we're a little snappy or snippy, if you will. This is because it tends to be unstable while it's retro. As it moves forward again in Gemini, which is what I'm pulling on here, the energy stabilizes. It is a bit of a shot of caffeine. It gives us a lot of energy. It makes it easy for us to figure out what we're putting our thoughts and emotions into. Are they the right things, right? The first quarter of the year has been coming up in the readings a lot as a time frame. And this is in no small part because of Mars, and you know I've mentioned Mars a lot lately in the readings, especially recently. I've been talking about the tail end of Mars retrograde. And it's because of Mars direct that the first quarter has been coming out the way it is, where all of a sudden we hear from somebody, or all of a sudden there's new soulmates coming in and things like that. For the runners, this energy backs up many of the previous reads that I've done, such as Mercury retrograde, which talks about a rethink, etc. Mars moving direct adds some clarity to it all and the necessary energy to take things forward. It's basically like the DeLorean hitting 88 miles an hour. And as Doc Brown said, we're about to see some serious shit. So what kind of shit are we going to see? Well, this is a general reading. May or may not resonate with you. But it's important energy. It's going to give you a lot of energy to move forward on some things you figure out. Okay? But so if you're here for a reason. This reading is technically timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. But it's timeless within the context here between now and the end of March. Mars moving forward here. It does work with Mercury retrograde and when Mercury goes direct. But Mars moving forward here is with us till about the 25th or 26th or so of March. So again, it is an energy that's very dominant here in the first quarter of the year. And as I've been talking about, that first quarter is kind of, the universe has been giving us, like when I pull a 3-card reading, it gives us a lot of lecturing about how fast the energy's going and be sure and assess things and things like that. All of this is sort of kicking off here. This first quarter of the year is energetically is really kind of kicking off with Mars going direct. So it is a pretty important reading. Let's take a look at the pre-shuffle, which I held on to for some reason for an extra amount of time. I don't know why. Just in the surface energy. Okay, just on the surface, it kind of ties to what I was saying here in the opener. But the Knight of Pentacles, it's a very reliable energy, but it's kind of a stopped energy. It's been going very slow. It's been reassessing. And it's crossed by the sun. And again, there's this aha moment. I've been making that sound a lot in readings lately of, ah, right, where someone just sort of realizes some things. So what are they realizing here? Well, just on the surface, this is kind of a reading you'll probably get all over the place because it's just surface energy. Someone wants to now start moving forward. This card, the Six of Swords, is a little bit faster than this card, right? All of these moments are making people want to communicate. The Sun is a big card of communication. It also represents the divine masculine energy, which is, you know, kind of what the runners are, basically. Operating under a new energy here, it makes someone want something new. That's what the world is telling us here. And because the energy is there for it, it can happen. So there's a bit of divine timing here. Divine timing is just the energy is right for something to happen. And what? Well, 3 of Cups. Someone wants to open up. Someone wants to tell you how they feel. There's communication here. I got communication all through here. Someone's really communicating their feelings here with this, though. And why? Well, here's the standard tarot read on YouTube, right? It's surface energy here in the pre-shuffle, so you can expect it. They regret it. What do they regret? 5 of Cups, sad horse, a lot of regret, a lot of guilt with this. Well, there's the Lovers card. The Lovers is bookending the Knight of Pentacles. They regret not joining the flock. There's a whole, and what's interesting about this is the flock of geese energy that I've been getting for the DF side, right? It's someone here who, there's almost that, oh my God, I missed out. Other people see the value in the DF. Now it is that kind of energy of somebody who, wait, what about me kind of thing. All of a sudden, they come running back. It is a bit of that. There is the energy for it. So we'll see. I can't predict what a 3D person's going to do, but there is the energy for a massive return here. If nothing else, a lot of happiness for you is coming, because even if I'm pulling on the incoming energy, laws of physics apply. There's an equal and opposite reaction. You're attached to this energy. So the sun, that's a hell of a card to have here on the surface. All right, let's see where we go. Let's shuffle the deck. Let's do this. Give me the soulmate cycle with the effect of Mars moving direct in Gemini. I like this energy. It's nice. It's nice. My Mercury retrograde, it's been a Mercury retrograde. I keep calling it Mercury because it's going to be working a lot with Mercury here in the first quarter of the year. I can't get Mercury energy out of this. A lot of this probably ties to the Mercury retrograde reading in a big way. You know, it really does. But Mercury's only retrograde till around the 18th, and then after that, there's a forward communication movement here that kind of comes in with it all. So that's where a lot of that communication in the pre-shuffle's coming from. Let's see where we go. Let's see how many times Steve calls Mars Mercury in this reading. Let's make a drinking game out of it. Okay, going forward, everybody got to take a shot every time I say Mercury instead of Mars. Let's go. Give me the soulmate cycle with the influence of Mars moving direct in Gemini. Let's go. Let's do this. This first card out's before the cut. It's why the fuck are we here? I haven't looked at it yet. It's the Five of Wands. That doesn't surprise me. That came up as a why are we here for somebody recently. In somebody's reading or in some reading I did. I don't know what. Yeah, okay. Fine. Five of Wands. It could be the end of conflict. It could be it creates a conflict. It's just an energy of conflict, and I'm not sure what it is yet. That's why we cut the cards. I mean, it's an energy of conflict. If I were reading a person and I got that kind of energy off the person, I would think this person is of two minds. This person is fighting with themselves and hates themselves or hates a part of themselves, something like that. I don't know, yeah. It's the Hierophant that comes after it, yeah. Somebody here knows who they're capable of being, and there's not a lot of resistance left with Mars going direct for them not to be that person, okay? This is like very spiritual. It's very real deal. It's very long-term. Somebody's thinking long-term. And the Five of Wands, it's like I said, it's a bit of conflict. It's internal. It's a bit of kicking yourself kind of energy, right? Beating yourself up. People need to stop that, you know? You make your mistakes, you learn from them, you keep going forward. Let's go. Let's see where we go here. All right. Let's see. All right. Hierophant is definitely a forward-moving energy for sure. You know, raising vibration. It says that a lot of what the runners in particular, and you, of course, your vibration's going up, but a lot of what the runners have figured out during the various retrograde phases, Mars retrograde in particular, that they're moving forward on, has raised their vibration on some level. I don't think a lot. I don't think they went on a dark night of the soul, like I've said before. I don't think it's anything like that. I'm not saying a Tibetan monk is coming towards you by any means, but it is what it is. Let's see where we go. Give me the soulmate cycle with the influence of Mars moving direct in Gemini. This is a reading that'll probably be overlooked by a lot of people. You won't see the big views on it, or maybe you will now that I said that. I don't know. But it's because a lot of people discount Mars. You know, it is. It's one of the most discounted planets in astrology, I think. A lot of people don't realize that it's not just about the planet, the god of war, the planet of action and things like that. It's where it is our energetic caffeine. It's what drives us. So when it's retrograde, energy levels are lower. Even if you've been feeling spry, you're about to feel a lot more spry, because this is a year, 2023, of fast-moving energy. So there's a lot of energy to the energy of the year anyway. And this is really adding to it, big time. It's a real booster shot. Here we go. Overall energy of everything that's going to fall on the table is the Queen of Swords. It is communication. It is truthful communication. It is truth being spoken is what I get off of this. And what is underneath this? What's fueling this? Yeah. What did I say? It's a Knight of Swords. In fact, this queen orders this knight around. So again, there's incoming communication. I suspect from a lot of sources. In that Lover's card, again, up in the pre-shuffle, I saw the flock. Right, the flock that's been coming up. It's not just two geese. It's a whole fucking flock of them. But as far as the incoming energy here that I'm singling out, I'm seeing some communication coming your way. I'm seeing some truth. And that could be where the sun relates to you from the pre-shuffle, because the sun is enlightenment. I've said it before, I don't know if it was on the recent twin flame journey or whatever. I said, I think if nothing else, you're going to be able to figure out here in the first quarter of the year what all this was for. You know, why? You know, there's something that enlightens you, makes you, and it ends with you being pretty happy. So that's nice. The sun's a nice card. All right, let's go. So incoming communication, our readings on the flip. Right here's the energy around your connection. Right here's how your person's behaving in the 3D. Right here's their soul. Right here's the hidden energy, the message from the universe. Red with the energy of your connection. Right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. I will clarify everything. Throw some universe cards at the end, and you bet your sweet asses, and I know they are. There's going to be a link for an extended in the description. Because while this reading might get underrated, this is a very powerful energy. This is an energy that can make things happen. All right? And and within the energetic weather of everything, this is Mars is a big part of what's creating the perfect storm that I've been talking about. Potential. Okay, fine. I Freudian slipped. Energy of your connection is going to be tied with the potential final outcome. The potential final outcome is always read with how they're behaving in the 3D. So it's going to be these positions are going to be tied together. Okay? Energy around your connection. Look at that. Very powerful. See? I told you. It's transformation. Whatever is happening here, Mars moving direct creates a change in how things have been in this connection. It lights a fire under the ass of that Knight of Pentacles that we saw, that slow moving knight that we saw in the pre-shuffle. So this is nice. This is very good. Sometimes it's looked at as a rebirth. Yeah, there's a bit of a reboot happening here, but it's not just a reboot. It's like you rebooted, and all of a sudden, like when you hit reboot, you had Windows 10, and then you rebooted, and all of a sudden you got Windows 11. You know, it's like a whole different operating system. It's like it comes up because of the world card, right? The world card that we saw in the pre-shuffle. Very, very strange energy there. Can't wait to clarify it, but this is good. This backs up everything I've said for sure. 3D, how are they behaving in the 3D? Look at this. Look at these fucking cards. Jesus Christ. I say Jesus Christ, it used to be called the Pope on one level, I suppose. It's the Hierophant. It's just, I almost want to read that like temperance in a way, where somebody gets it. You know, what it's basically saying is this energy, the energy of your connection, the things they figured out while Mars was retrograde and here during Mercury retrograde. Notice I did not get them mixed up, so don't take a drink. Are making sense to this person. That energy is stronger than any Five of Wands. That's why the universe gave us the Five of Wands before the cut. Yeah, and put it with the Hierophant. They're conflicted, sure, you know, kind of kicking themselves a little bit, but the Five of Wands is the weakest energy as I read it, you know, as it reflects off the cards for me. So we'll learn more when we clarify. This is beautiful. They're thinking long term in the 3D, which is why I think truth is required here. Soul energy, bookending the death card, bookending the soulmate connection. Look at these cards. The Emperor, all major arcana here on my top row. That is a powerful reading. That's why it's a shame this one will be overlooked, I think, by a lot of people. Because it's always just Mars. I wait for the moon readings, or I wait for Mercury readings and things like that. Mercury ain't got shit on Mars. Okay, energetically speaking for us, you know, nah. I'm more afraid of Mars retrogrades than I am Mercury retrogrades. You know, it really is. Mercury retrograde, I might have some problems with my computer, or my car won't start. Mars retrograde, I might get in a fist fight with my neighbor and end up in county lockup for a couple of days, you know, until somebody bails me out. It's that kind of thing. All right, this is some powerful shit. And Mercury and Mars, there you go, you got to take a drink now. And Mars is going direct here. So now we have forward movement. Now we have someone taking control. I just got done saying about the Hierophant here. This this energy, what they've figured out, the spiritual awakening within this energy, within this person, is stronger than any Five of Wands getting in their head kind of thing. This is like a no bullshit, coming your way kind of thing. A real change. The Emperor shows up. Okay? The Emperor shows up. It's an energy of taking control. It's a very balanced energy in the soul. I'm not seeing this as out of balance. All right, let's see where we go here. This could all go to shit when we clarify, but if this is major arcana, or is it? Oh, God, no, it's not. I didn't think it would be. I was going to say, if this is major arcana, this is going to be a weird reading, because this shouldn't be, actually. It's the Four of Cups. The message from the universe is the Four of Cups. Yeah, this ties to that Five of Wands that was before the cut, the why the fuck are we here position. There is, I could read it a couple of different ways. One, because it's read with the Death card, the energy of your connection. What they didn't want before, now they want. That's transformation within the energy. But it's much deeper than that. It's, again, with the Hierophant energy here, it's a feeling of just almost self-loathing in a way. It could lead to a depressive kind of a state, if not for the fact that the Emperor was here in the soul position. There's so much soul energy coming up, it's actually drowning out the brain energy, the ego. Okay? Notice we don't have a King of Wands or anything like that here. I don't have a Burger King, or I don't even have Fakey McFakerman. In fact, our whole reading is the Queen of Truth. Our whole overall energy is that, and I said truth's going to be spoken here. Now, I also said, because I Freudian slipped, that the potential final outcome is always read with the Hierophant, but it's also tied to this Death card. So these three go together. Let's see what this is here. It's communication, and it's major arcana. That doesn't surprise me. This card is separate from the reading. Your entire reading is major arcana. Okay? This is your reading. This is me talking to the universe. It talks to this card, about this card, the energy of your connection, but it's separate from the reading. Your whole fucking reading are four very powerful major arcana cards here. There is an energy attached to you that wants to come towards you, that has not come towards you because of, for reasons we cover a lot in the extendeds, a lot of psychological problems, past problems, they're controlled, whatever reason, their ego, we'll just lump it into their ego, right? Because they'd have to eat some crow, no pun intended, to come towards you. This is someone coming to their senses, definitely when read with the Hierophant. It's communication when it falls here in my reading. We know it's read with the Death card. It's a transformation within. This card backs up the Emperor here, which is read with the Death card, saying it's a transformation on a spiritual level, deep level, Pope-like level shit of this person completely. I said in the beginning of this video, when I talked about Mars in general, Mars going direct not only gives us a little caffeine boost of energy to get the things done that we figured out while it was retrograde, but it also provides a lot of clarity. And that's what this card is talking about as well. A lot of clarity here. This is balanced energy. It verifies that this is a balanced Emperor, like I already told you. This is very nice. The Death card right there, it's unreal. Okay, we got to clarify this. We got to clarify this. I would say for sure, incoming truth coming your way. Or as for sure as I can say, anyway. Let's clarify. What do I want to use here? I don't want the Light Seer. That doesn't feel right. I don't want the Witches. That doesn't feel right. We're going to clarify with the Rider Waite. That feels right. Randomly at the bottom is the Seven of Pentacles. Somebody's been fundamentally, somebody has really, really, really learned a lesson about themselves for sure. It just felt right. Go with your gut. That's what you do. Right here, the Death card. Let's do it. Very rare reading where I don't clarify with a smaller deck. I clarify with another giant deck. There's going to be a lot of cards on the table here. All right. Fine. Why is the Death card here? Tell me about it. Let's go. Let's talk about that buzzard that's been picked clean. Let's do it. All right. Huge transformation here. Oh, Jesus. It's almost that they can see clearly. What can they see clearly? Everything this represents. They rejected something. A genuine offer of love or friendship they ran from. It's nice. Now, how this energy applies to you, it's tricky to say. I'll pull on it in the extended, but I'll say here that this definitely is the soulmate energy around you in general is also transforming. you know, your wants and desires might be. But this is someone here. They're at least speaking some truth. I don't have any lies on the table. I don't, you know, the Queen of Wands, lies, right? The King of Wands, lies, makes you believe anything's possible. The Seven of Swords, I don't have a devil, I don't have any of that. In fact, we end with the Angel and the Pope. So, hey, it is what it is. Your entire reading is major arcana. This don't count. All right? Wow. All right. Okay, we're done shuffling. Why is the Death card here? And as he says that, as he says it, what's the environmental energy? Now, remember, this card changes things. It transforms energy, right? We're transforming the Four of Cups into someone who didn't want your cup, now wants your cup, putting it simply, right? So the environmental energy, what's this Death card changing? What's it working on? Why is this person now suddenly realizing they got to come in? They got to do something. Why are they changing? What's the angel energy cancel out? It's the fucking devil. That's what it is. It's all transforming. This connection's become toxic because somebody's been sitting on their ass being stubborn. Not really looking at whatever. Not taking action on things they already figured out is the same thing as being stubborn. This is transforming. It's transforming this devil energy. In fact, coming towards you is a bit of an obsession here on some level. Also, as I've said many times, especially recently, there is a soul contract here being called in. Okay? You guys have unfinished business. And 2022 was the year of unfinished business. And we're still kind of having that overlap here. Before we get into the year of restoration. This is some serious restoration energy here. Alright? Wow. And if you're new here and you don't know what I'm talking about, go read my blog. I wrote all about, I mean, my God. I can't, you know, I can't reference videos and cross-reference, so the blog is helpful. It helps me to kind of talk about shit. What's on top here? Nine Swords. Yeah, there is an obsession here to come in. It's transforming anxiety. Somebody here hasn't been doing. Everything that falls here is what's transforming. Why is the Nine of Swords here? Because somebody's coming in. This card tells me why this is here. Someone's wanted to come in for a long time. Someone's wanted to talk to you for a long time. They have. Only a controlled emperor drives the chariot. This is a very controlled chariot here, and here's your emperor. It bookends over here. And I said this is balanced already. I said temperance backs that up. Nines are the end in tarot. It's the end of worrying about it, the end of thinking about it. That's made it toxic. There's a chance. There's an opportunity energy. This is the universe itself. It's major arcana. So the energy is that of transformation. They feel like they can do it. We can phrase it that way. It makes you feel like you can fix things. Part of this, I'm pulling on Mars going direct. Mars going direct gives you some energy. We've got underneath all of this Jupiter direct in Aries, which makes you bold. It's all there. It's all there for this emperor to take control. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Why is that's unreal. Wow, yeah. Look, truth about the devil. Ace of Swords crossing the devil at the bottom in the affecting energy. Archangel energy. Archangel Michael and his sword of truth here. This is angel energy. It cancels out the devil energy. Says the same thing temperance does with the devil in the environment here. And remember, temperance is red with that death card in this particular reading because of my little sort of Freudian slip earlier. All right, let's go. Hierophant. Why is it here? I'm going to move this over a little bit. These cards are bigger. All right. Hierophant. Tell me about it. So how they're behaving in the 3D. Different than they normally do. Strangely different than they normally do. Now it's going to take Mars a little bit to get going. Okay, when Mars goes direct on the 12th. I'm pulling this reading on the 11th. The energy is here. But usually I will tell you, just to tell you, because I'm your energy weatherman, that when Mars first goes direct after being retrograde for a while, it's a bit like waking up groggy. Okay? It takes it a little bit, takes it about a few days to a week to kind of get rolling. But once it gets rolling, this person's behaving in the 3D very different than they normally do. This energy is very strong. The energy around them, the Five of Wands before the cut was telling us about how little their thoughts and fears are playing a role here, which is usually what keeps them from you. So that's a good thing. Why is the Hierophant here? I don't know. Let's find out. There he is. Look at that. We got the Devil here. We got the King of Wands here. Okay, we got the Burger King. We got someone here who, the environmental energy around them is who they, what did I say? Rewind. I just got done saying they're behaving in the 3D different than they normally do. I summed up that energy by putting it that way. And here in the environmental energy around them in the 3D is all the bullshit that they're used to, the King of Wands, all the energies that are around them that might be superficial and materialistic, their normal modus operandi behavior, right? The Burger King, gotta have it their way, ego, pride, entitlement, things like that, all of it. That's the environmental energy, and the base energy is something completely different. This is not a spiritual king, okay? That's very different from how they're normally behaving. So, again, it's Steve's right upright. Right here, what's on top? 6. All of a sudden now, somebody wants to give to something that they didn't. It's saying the same thing. That's what you look for, okay? It might make critics of these readings don't like it when messages repeat. Oh, he's just saying the same thing over and over again. But if you know anything about reading energy, and if I teach you anything about energy, repeating messages are what you look for. Whether it's the universe trying to get you to do something in your life, make some changes, it will keep shoving it in your face until you do. People love to talk about it in the opposite side where, oh yes, mistakes, those people that are trying to seem wise, mistakes that we don't learn from are doomed to repeat. They say things like that. Yeah, that's a repeating message. It's just on the opposite side of the coin. Right here, we've got a repeating message. We've got somebody who now wants to give to this, who's behaving differently. It's saying the same thing. It's flowing along. Even this, what this 4 of Cups tells us with the Death card. Fine. We get it. Angel energy canceling out the devil energy. There's a lot of energy, like caffeine type energy behind this Mars going direct. Why is the 6 of Pentacles here? The Magician. Because they've changed. It's a transformation. Again, a repeating message. This says the same thing the Death card says. It says it here with the 6 of Pentacles. Somebody who didn't want to give to this before now wants to give to this. Someone who breadcrumbed you now wants to give the full loaf. Why is the 6 of Pentacles here? Because they've transformed. They've changed into, they're behaving differently than they normally do in the 3D. This is the environmental energy, and they're not paying attention to it because this is stronger. And what I've already said is what I said about the 5 of Wands. It's just, this is what you look for. This is how you spot accuracy. This is how you know you're interpreting things right. Is if you keep getting repeating message over and over. Okay. So what's going on in the soul position here? Now I have a balanced Emperor. All right. I don't have a Burger King here. The out of balance Emperor is mostly King of Wands, and I call him the Burger King. I have since I got here. He's got to have it their way, right? Not going to come towards you because they're holding on to something, or they're not going to admit they were wrong. They're going to stick with something. Usually it boils down to the Burger King behavior. Usually boils down to an abandonment issue. Abandonment issues play out. Whoops, a dropping card. Oh my God. Okay, we're done. We're done shuffling. It's crossed by, look at this shit. It's crossed by the 10 of Pentacles. Now I got to pick up the couple of cards. There's 3 cards that fell on the floor. I got to pick them up. Abandonment issues usually boil down to somebody, mommy left daddy, so I'll never leave anybody. They stay in bad relationships, even if they're bad and toxic, because it's what they're used to. They're people that don't like change, things along those lines. Any kind of disruption to their routine is a problem, things like that. So I got I got an Empress. I've got a 3 of Wands, and with the 3 of Wands, just to speed it up a little bit, because this says soon, because you're irresistible, but it says more than that. This person is coming towards you. Okay, this speeds up the 3 of Wands, which says soon. The Knight of Wands adds a speedometer to it, very soon. Okay, why? Well, the Empress fell on the ground. This was the one staring me in the face. I said this is a balanced Emperor. This is feminine energy. This is masculine energy. It's balanced. It's perfect. I've got both the Emperor and the Empress in their soul position. It's perfect. It's causing them to come to their fucking senses, which is what this means, and come in and reach out. Something they didn't want before. Again, it is. And this is verifying my energy read, because I read the energy first, then I pull the cards. This isn't a card reading. It's my energy read verified by the cards. Okay, so if I'm wrong and I get egg on my face, if I interpret something incorrectly, I can fix it because the cards say, no, it's this. Okay, fine. But it is. It's a balanced emperor. The masculine and the feminine are in balance, which is causing them to look in a new direction because the energies around them are superficial with that King of Wands there, the Burger King, the environmental energy around them in the 3D. And it's causing an exodus energy. Very fast, brave, impulsive action, and he's running right toward the Empress, isn't he? And these three fell on the floor exactly like this. He's running right toward the Empress. This is an irresistible object. It's irresistible. They want that when an emperor balances within their own masculine and internal masculine and feminine energy, they definitely want to head toward a divine counterpart. They see the value in it. When they're not in balance, when they're the Burger King, they only see value in material things or themselves, or self-focus is kind of what happens, right? This 10 of Pentacles crossing this here is this person here wants the real deal. Okay, again, this is also somebody here who knows what they want under this energy. And again, I said Mars going direct provides a lot of clarity. Okay, it does. It provides the energy to go get it and the clarity to finally process everything that happened during the retrograde. Okay, I got a second chance here. I can take it. I've got the bravery to do it, especially with Mars going direct. I've got the energy. I've got Jupiter direct in Aries underneath it all, giving me some bravery. Here's your bravery. It's all there. Primary energy flow is 5D to 3D. This is 5D. This is 3D. This right here, this balance, explains the transformation within this person in the 3D and why they're not behaving usual, why they're ignoring that King of Wands energy that's crossing there. Now, I can't give you any more transparency than that. I don't think anyone out here would. That is, I'm showing you exactly my energy read, and the cards are reflecting it perfectly. All right? So why I'm your second favorite is beyond me. I'll tell you what. All right, here we go. The Four of Cups. I kid, of course. I don't really care. I could be your last favorite. I don't care. Four of Cups. I'm just doing what I do. I'm here to study the soulmate cycle, so I want to know that my energy read is right. I like this. You know, this is nice. Okay, so the universe gave us a Four of Cups. I understand it from the concept of now they want the cup, you know, transforming the energy, blah, blah, blah. It's definitely red with the death card, even a color match, right? But there's got to be more to this. So what is it? You know, I'm picking up a pinch of those abandonment issues here. What's the universe? There's got to be a but here. Because this whole top row talks about the transformation within the person. And there's a likelihood of I can't predict free will, of someone coming towards you and speaking some truth. Fine. This has got to be the but, because this sure as hell isn't. This is communication. This is more about their transformation. It's a balanced energy. I got a balanced emperor driving a balanced chariot, transforming, now wanting to give to this. Okay? Putting an end to this nonsense of anxiety and pacing the kitchen at 2 in the morning with a bottle of whiskey, because 9s are the end in tarot. Okay, fine. So what do you want to say, universe? Tell me about this Four of Cups. What are you trying to tell me? I'm kind of doing a what you talking about Willis shuffle here. All right, what's going on here? There's a lot of energy attached to this Four of Cups. It might as well be a fucking major arcana card. What the hell are you trying to tell me? Yeah, there is a hang-up. I knew it. I fucking knew it. How did I know? Oh, yeah, that's right. I read the energy first. Never mind. Hangman. Oh, God. It's not enough to stop. Well, it might be. It might be enough to stop some of them. But the universe has to throw a but in here. Yeah, they've transformed, and I went through all of that, blah, 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 blah. But there is an abandonment issue here. There's something here. There's this unnecessary, I don't even want to call it anxiety. It's like the universe saying there's still one more little hurdle for this person. Okay. One more little hurdle. They're right on the edge of victory. But at the Six of Wands, crossing the Hangman. But at the same time, why do I get this? Why? What card am I got nothing but victory cards underneath this Hangman. Victory, the High Priestess, following their intuition, the Knight of Cups, the King of Pentacles, stability. I've got, maybe it's something to do with their stability. I don't know. Let's see what's going on here. Why are they hung up? Page of Swords. This is red with the Nine of Swords. So look at this person on the card here, male or female, right? Oh my God. It's like this person's just about to reach out to you. They're just about to reach out. They're sound asleep. The next morning, they got the plan to reach out. They wake up, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Like that. Oh my God. Right? What are they worried about? Worried about everything. Worried about the fact that they rejected you. They're going to have to explain themselves. The only thing keeping you guys apart is this person's propensity to snatch defeat from the hands of victory. Okay? It really is. It's this Page of Swords. It's someone who feels small, and it's, even though they've transformed and they're balanced, it's still difficult for them to get past this. They have been spying. Spying can be thinking about you, dreaming about you, all that kind of stuff. While they do that, they regret more and more. There is a lot of guilt attached to this. Why? Queen of Swords. They've got to tell you the truth. Here's the Queen of Swords. Here's the Queen of Swords here. Our overall energy. With a Knight of Swords, hot on its tail, ordering the Knight of Swords to come in and speak. But this Queen of Swords tells me truth is going to be spoken. Why did the universe throw me a Page of Swords here on this Four of Cups crossed by a hangman with nothing but victory underneath it? But that hangman keeps them stuck. They're stuck because they're going to have to tell you the truth, and they're not sure if they can. There's still an insecurity here. There's some sort of issue of, and I'm going to try, I read the abandonment issue here. I'm going to try to phrase this the best way I can. It's that, we've talked about it before, it's that if I go in, the hang up here is if I go in, I have to tell them, and they might say no, and then it's over. It's like somebody who likes the chase but not the catch kind of thing. They're disappointed with the catch. You know, I don't know how to phrase it. I have to translate emotion into words, and it's tricky. Hopefully you catch my drift. Hopefully this person feels like if they come in, they might get rejected, and then if they get rejected, all this change and transformation is going to turn to a huge pile of depression, kind of a thing. They're defeating themselves. It's a self-defeating energy. In other words, it's someone not rejecting a cup. The Four of Cups is representing an energy of someone rejecting a cup in a hissy fit, rather than because it's not something they want. A lot of times, this card here talks about apathy. It talks about being bored, all right? And yeah, that's a cop-out. It really is. God, I wish I knew how to phrase that energy even better. I'm going to pull another card off the Queen of Swords here. Yeah. They have to speak the truth, but they're afraid you're going to say no, and that's the only thing that keeps them on the fence here. They definitely have a new perspective on themselves. This card sometimes means disappointment. They're bored with themselves. They're disappointed with themselves, and there's a lot of self-loathing here, which causes a lack of confidence is really all it does. Under this energy, under all the energies that are built up, under this perfect storm, this is somebody who genuinely doesn't like themselves or doesn't like their behavior. But they can't help but transform within the energy into exactly what I've been talking about up here. So again, that's why some of them won't show up and some of them will. And if you think that's a cop-out in a reading, I'm sorry, that's life, isn't it? Right? And some people get the job and some people don't. Some people have a great life and some people don't. Some people hear from a person and some people don't. It's what it is. So if you're one of the people who doesn't hear from it, your person just has this propensity to just have a little hissy fit and say, oh, fuck it, I'm going to fail anyway. It's better just to keep you in dreams, you know. But it really is. It can be boiled down to the fact they feel small and they've got to speak some truth here. All right, and that's what's going to set them free. All right. It's at the end of the day, they're likely to communicate, but they just think they're going to disappoint or they're going to be disappointed. It's the only way I can phrase it. It's an important part of the reading because it's the only part of the reading that's not sugar-coated. The way I see it here, this is someone's coming towards you for sure. Your main reading is all rooted in major arcana. It's destiny playing out on the table. And you're about to hear some truth from somebody. And the universe is kind of backing it up and saying, well, not all of you will, because this person here, you know, there's a lot of anxiety about that. Why is Temperance here? What's the final outcome on this? Which way the wind likely to blow? I think for most of you, this results in some sort of communication, either directly from this person or you find something out through somebody else. Either way, you end in the sunshine. Okay? So be cool. But let's see what's going on here. This here, that's definitely a focus of my extended in part. But also, I want to take a look at the transformation of the devil and this connection. I want to dig into your connection with this person a little bit, you know, and see, because the devil will tell me what happened here and how we got here, how we got to their balance. Because it's not just about Mars. You know, there's a whole recipe of energies in play right now. Well, that's temperance here. Let's see where we go here. Okay, I'm done shuffling. I haven't looked. As I look at this, I forgot to give you the crossover. The easiest way to phrase this energy, just for most of you, I know I sit here and I go through my science analysis with myself and talk to myself and go round and round. This person here, the Queen of Swords, this truth they're going to speak, is read with the Chariot in the reading. For most of them, yep, there's a strong urge to do this. They now want the cup they rejected. But there is anxiety about that they might disappoint you, or there's strong disappointment within themselves. That may hold some of them back. That's what that hangman is talking about, and that's all. But the universe is clear, since we're talking to the universe here, that if they want to be free, if they want to be liberated, if they want to be free from this right here, they need to speak that truth. Okay? So now, in the final outcome, we have temperance. It's communication. It's balanced energy. It cancels out the devil. This is why the universe had my Freudian slip happen, and we tied it to this, because this had the devil. It cancels it out. Okay? It's crossed by the Ace of Pentacles. It's taken a long time for this to happen. I would love to say this is an energy of a solid new beginning is there. Yes, I suppose I can say that. But really all this is grandma on the freeway at 15 miles an hour. This person knew all of this all along, is what this is saying. Knew all of this all along, but held up traffic, backed up traffic for 5 miles. Okay? Knew they were going too slow. All right? And that's part of the worry as well. Okay? That maybe they took too much time to get here. All right? Let's see where we go. What's on top? Yeah, the Seven of Swords. So they use that as an excuse. Okay? What did I just say? Fucking hell. What did I just say? They knew the whole time. Grandma on the freeway at 15 miles an hour. She knows she's going slow. She knows she's holding up traffic, but she does it anyway. Because, you know, she's just a little old lady driving a car. She should have taken the license away a long time ago. I said they knew the whole time. They've always been looking at you, running with whatever the hell their life is. They always have. Now there's a bit of a fear here, and it could be an excuse to sneaky deaky away, because they might make that excuse. This card here is read with the Six of Pentacles in my reading. So again, they might make an excuse to sneak away from giving because, you know, again, they've got to admit that to you, and that makes them feel small. You might tell them to go fuck off. Well, you mean to tell me you made me sit around here all this time waiting on you and watching tarot readings about you to try to figure out how you feel, and you knew all this time you've been lying to me? That kind of thing. And now you're coming in and telling me, I mean, this is the way the conversation could go. It's the way it'd go if they came in and talked to me. You do what you want to do, but I'd be like, you knew the whole fucking time, motherfucker. You know, that kind of thing. Well, you know what? The joke's on you, because I grew. And I have lots of other things coming my way now, so, you know, whatever. I mean, that's how they're afraid it's going to go, right? The truth of the matter is, they might use it as an excuse to sneak away. But why is the but the Seven of Swords here also tells me that some of them, again, are coming to their senses about this, realizing this, and coming in to speak. I'm just giving you all the energy. I don't want to give anybody false hope here, all right? It's about a 50-50 shot, I would say. But it doesn't matter, because you've got a lot of new energies coming towards you, which I've been pulling on and telling you about, which is, again, causing this runner to go into a bit of a, here it is, here's your panic right here. They've transformed, they've changed, the energy, now they want to give to it, but they can feel the other energies coming towards you. Why is the Seven of Swords here? It's read with the Magician. It's why the Seven of Swords is here. It's the Six of Swords. See? There we go. It's here because they might want, it's 50-50. Again, if you think it's a cop-out, stop it. Stop being such a fucking pessimist. That's life. It says, I'm showing you exactly what it says. Some of them are going to want to transform, to have transformed and changed, and they're going to want to come in and smooth things out with you. Others of them are going to use this as an excuse to sneak away. This card means two things. It's either somebody coming towards you or going away from you. Maybe it's too much. Maybe the choppy water is you, because your person is some kind of super fuckwit and they can't get past this Page of Swords. feeling small, and that hurts their ego a little bit. Even though they've changed, it's hard for them to come in, and if you reject them, then maybe it's better just to leave you in dreams, kind of a thing like that. So this goes either way. It flips, it flops. Some of them use it as an excuse how much time has passed and everything they'd have to explain as a reason not to come in, and some of them do show up, and you have a nice, truthful conversation with them. More truth than what you're used to. It might actually freak you out a little bit. I would say it's 50-50. I'm being maybe pessimistic. It might be more 70-30. Okay, but I'm trying not to give anybody any false hope here with this person. I'd rather you focused on your own growth. But yeah, there's every indication here in the reading that somebody is coming back to speak some truth. They've transformed. Their energy is balanced. If it does happen, it's happening very soon. It's happening during Mars direct, which is between now, or the 12th of January, and around the 25th of March. Okay, so again, Q1 of 2023, very fast moving energy, lots of change. It's very much a quick change energy for sure. So that's it. I'm not going to sit here and put a reading out where I say someone's coming in and have half my audience disappointed. I'm going to give you reality. If I were a betting person, I would bet they do. But based on the changes, based on the major arcana cards that are here. But you shouldn't be waiting for this person, and you shouldn't have any expectations for outcomes if you're actually in Empress energy. If your vibration is actually higher. You can have a desire for someone, and a lot of love for someone, and a lot of passion for someone, and even feel bad that you're not with someone without having expectations for an outcome. Those are two separate things. All right, so keep that in mind. Keep moving forward. Keep moving towards your 9 cups. You got a whole flock of love geese coming towards you, and this person, if they are coming in, better hurry up. That's what I can tell you here in Q1 of 2023. Let's pull 3 cards. What else does the universe want to tell you? What else? Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups, King of Wands, and the King of Cups is crossed by the 7 of Wands. This is my base energy. These two are outliers. They're the forward-moving energy. They're the what might happen energy. They're the where it's going energy. 7 of Wands, they're very, very afraid to open up to you, but they need to. But they're afraid to because they might hurt their precious ego. But they need to. The energy of need, what these cards are saying is, there's only one card here of ego. Okay, there's a lot of, this is a powerful card. The Queen of Pentacles, very, very powerful. That fawn really, really needs that mama deer. Right? He can't go get milk from a raccoon or a skunk or some other animal. This is his only source. Okay? This is a very weak energy compared to everything that's here, and we already know that they're ignoring this energy. They're transforming beyond this King of Wands. Alright? This person here is very, 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 very nervous to open up because their ego might get hurt, but the urge to do it, the need to do it, is stronger than that fear of getting their ego hurt. That's what the universe wants you to know here. Which is why I say it's probably closer to 70-30, but I'm being a little bit conservative here and saying 50-50. I'm not one to give people false hope. I don't want you to have any hope this person comes in. Alright? I just want you to have faith in yourself and move forward towards your 9 cups. This person absolutely regrets not coming towards you. There's a ton of love here. There's a transformation that you caused within this person, which you can't help but get good energy back on. Okay? It's always a good investment to help other people. A good energetic investment. It really is. That said, the universe wants you to know the urge, the need to speak some truth, to get free, is stronger than their worry about their ego. And we see it here too. The Queen of Swords, stronger than this Page of Swords. Alright? So again, the need to speak this and get on the chariot is stronger than this. So the universe wanted me to point that out, so I pointed out. Perhaps my 50-50 is a bit pessimistic, but I think it's realistic. And that's how I'd rather be with you guys. That said, I got a devil to pull on. I got someone feeling small and abandonment issues to pull on. I got someone here who's definitely, for a few of you, in a relationship with somebody else. And that's certainly going to suffer here. I'd like to look at that. I'm going to pull a pyramid. I'm going to pull a timeline. And I might even pull a percentage to see how close we are. If it's 70-30 or 50-50, I don't know. We'll see. Either way, I've got an extended to do, and if you want it, the link is in the description. And I'm also going to pull on how Mars direct affects you. Definitely want to know that, because I think this might move you in a new direction and move a lot of things towards you beyond this person, for sure. Either way, if you want the extended, the link is in the description. It's up to you. Knock yourself out. Very important reading, though. If you like this reading, I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right. Good luck.